Yo, what up, street talk, street gods? Yeah, some more talks, Aircam thoughts. All right, some thoughts. Smaller, tougher, more strong, more powerful, etc. So, some aesthetic thoughts. Aesthetic thoughts. First and foremost, the best video camera is not a cinema camera, but a GoPro Mini, no LCD screens, maximally small, maximally high performance, resolution, performance, etc. And also Zen minimalistic, no silly LCD screen, and maximally tough. You could literally throw this off a cliff. You could try to break it, and you ain't finna succeed. That's the thing about like stuff in general. It's like most. Well, okay, so some interesting recent advancements, like the Huracan, what's Dorado? I think, right? The off-roading one. I kind of like the idea and the ethos that. Because the problem with exotic cars, exotic sports cars, etc. is like the ethos behind it is like, you know, baby it, you know, you want to drive it too hard. Even my friend Don Dillon, he says, like, just get an old 911 Carrera, beat the shit out of it, drive it like you stole it, right? That should be the proper way to approach things. So anything that kind of needs to be babied or whatevs is not good. So for example, like, even though there's a lot of problems with the iPhone SE. I have the iPhone SE right now. I mean, honestly, I really like it, but then the only problem is I don't know why, it's so laggy, which is bizarre because it will have the A15 chip, so it should be fast and smooth and silky, but it's really buggy. So I no longer recommend the iPhone SE anymore. Probably just got iPhone Mini or something. Even an iPhone Pro, the promise of it is a good one, yet still the problem of it is you still kind of want to baby it, because, you know, you just done dropped $1,500 on a phone. You're probably not going to want to have the front screen scratched. So the downside is you live your life a little bit in trepidation. You gotta baby it. Like, anyone who puts a stupid glass screen protector on it or a case, blah 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 blahs, I think it's silly, because people, oh, you gotta protect your investment. I'm like, that's like Asian people putting plastic over their nice furniture. It kind of makes no sense. It's kind of like if you bought a really nice dress or an outfit and you sealed it with some ugly ass plastic because you're afraid that you might mess it up or whatever. It seems like kind of a foolish optimization. But anyways, my general thought is perhaps moving forward, yeah, like investor that could take a beating. If in fact it should like invite a beating, right? Anything that you gotta like fragile, don't be so fragile, right? Fragile. I could live my life off of Zoolander quotes. Anything that requires some sort of solution, which is fragile, is probably not a good thing. So instead, like, maybe tough is the future, right? Like, even tamper-proof websites, architecture, stuff like that. Like the new notion behind the Aircam Hydra approach. I'm just making a buttload of websites now. aircamphotography.com, aircam.com, aircamphotography.com/blog, aircamphilosophy.com, aircamfitness.com, aircamthoughts. Currently aircamthoughts.wordpress.com, but I might just switch it to the aircamthoughts.com. Essentially the problem right now is if one thing goes down, it all goes down, which is not a good position to be in. I want it to be tamper proof, hack proof, or like better yet, somebody tries to break it or tries to take it down, and it actually makes the whole system stronger. I mean, the whole anti-fragile notion from Nassim Taleb. Yeah, so even like cars, right? It's like the reason why black paint is probably really bad on a car is that you kind of don't want it to get dirty. Also with clothing too, right? Any sort of clothes that you have to just kind of tiptoe around, be afraid that you're gonna dirty it up is a bad thing. So like wearing all white clothing is bad insofar much as you have to be super careful when you're eating the spaghetti or drinking the red wine or the soup, the kimchi soup, sundubu. Or even a better optimization yet is trying to and maybe one of these days I'll build my own house. Doesn't look that hard. Okay, so better yet, maybe we're all white and just like it gets dirty, like don't care. It's like people are like, oh, you know, you spilled some red wine or you spilled some spaghetti on your shirt. I'm like, oh, that's cool. It's like, it's kind of like the whole modern day aesthetic of like, you buy the new white Gucci sneakers, which are already pre-worn, pre-dirtied. I'm like, all right, whatevs. So even in terms of car paint, maybe the best color or paint would be the one that hides dirt the best or encourages you to know. So like, probably like what? Forest green, camo green, what? Brown, tan, kind of like a military, like just think the military, right? Military is some sort of military color, right? It's either black, green, brown, light tan, even the digital camo, I think that's a cool aesthetic. Yeah, so that'd be a good idea. So even like in terms of cameras, I'll just think, I'm like, maybe the best camera is like the one of those Olympus tough cameras, or I know Ricoh has a tough camera. Might experiment with them to see how it is. So yeah, overall the ethos is go smaller, stronger, tougher, and hopefully solutions which are more anti-fragile.